Named Summer. Hey, Rick, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Great.
I was doing a little bit better last week. I went on a date with this woman I met on Match. I just started dating again because I was in a relationship last year. Didn't work out, so I went back on Match. She and I started talking on the app and texting, and she seemed really cool. And she was. I called her on the phone to ask her out. She said yes, and we decided to go bowling. I had a lot of fun. I reserved a lane for us, socially distanced, in case she was worried about that.
Right.
Did you each have your own lane?
Yeah. We, I figured why not go all out.
Cool.
So she wasn't great at bowling, but I thought it was a nice way for us to go on a date and was low pressure or whatever. Do something, do an activity, right?
Sure.
So she got into it and loosened up, and we were good. We went next door afterward for a couple of drinks. We both drove home afterwards, so not too much. I walked her to her car. I gave her a hug goodbye. It was very nice, very sweet. I texted the next day, and nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I thought everything was fine, but I never heard from her.
I was jotting down notes, and I missed the part. You said you were in a relationship last year that did not work out, and you went back on what platform?
On Match.com.
Match, got it. Okay. How long had you been out of the relationship approximately before you started looking again?
Things ended between us probably.
That's no worries.
Maybe about a year ago.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I was just curious. Well, I try to look for little hints, like what could the issue possibly be? Is this person just busy? Did their grandmother die? Or is there some other component of the story that maybe we haven't considered that is bugging them? Or maybe it was something that didn't bother them in the moment. The more they thought about it, they bugged them. So I cast a lot of lines. I do a lot of fishing.
Well, I've been wondering the same thing because I thought everything went fantastic, honestly. I thought it was pretty good.
Good. And how long has it been since you last heard from her? You said you guys went out last week?
Yeah, probably maybe less, 7 days.
Okay. And what attempts have you made to get a hold of her?
I texted her, and then, I didn't hear from her a couple of days, and so I gave her a call. Nothing.
And nothing there, and that was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions for you?
Mm-mm.
All right. We're going to take a break here, Rick, and when we come back, we'll call Summer, see what she has to say about you and her bowling date with you. Coming up next with Jeff and Jen here at Cincinnati's Q102. All right, so Rick was in a relationship last year that didn't quite work out. He eventually entered back into the dating scene, went on Match, where he met Summer. When it seemed like the rapport between them was pretty decent, he decided to ask her out on a date. And so they went bowling, and they had a lovely time. It was all very responsible, socially distanced and all that.
And bowling's kind of like a low-pressure sort of date. Get to know each other a little bit. You got an activity going on. They grab drinks after.
I can't remember the last time I went bowling.
Same.
I don't know. That was it. The date ended well. Rick was left with the impression she'd be open to a second date, but that never happened because when he reached out, there was no response from her. He texted, he called, still nothing, and here we are. Did I leave out anything important, Rick?
No, that's about it.
All right, so we're going to call Summer and see what the heck is going on here.
Hello?
Hi, can we speak to Summer, please?
This is Summer.
Summer, it's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this morning?
I'm fine, I guess, Jeff and Jen. I wasn't really expecting you to be calling me. What's up, I guess?
We were wondering if you'd have a few minutes to come on the radio with us if you're not doing anything.
Sure, yeah, definitely.
It sounds like you're a fan of the show.
Yes, I am.
And you know how we do second date update.
Okay, I see where this is going. Okay.
And today, it's your turn.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? Do you know who we're calling about?
I kind of have an idea. I mean, I haven't gone on a lot of dates during the pandemic, but I went out with a guy a week or two ago. Rick? It's about him?
Yeah, it is about Rick. And
Okay.
Rick seems like a very nice guy. I don't know what happened on the date, if anything, or if you've just been busy or if you got something else going on, but he told us about your bowling date. He said you were lovely. Nothing but nice things to say about you. Was a little confused when he hadn't heard from you. I guess he's reached out a couple times. You haven't responded. Did Rick do anything to offend you, or have you just been busy? What's going on?
Oh, he didn't do anything to offend me or anything. He's a perfect gentleman. He was very sweet. We, met on the match, and he even called me up on the phone, asked me out, like an old-fashioned guy, which I really like.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked me if I would go bowling with him, and I told him that I suck at bowling or whatever, but, he said it was fine.
Right.
And so we went to the bowling alley, and, we walk in the door, the guy at the front door just kind of waves at him as we come in, and I thought, okay, cool, we're all being extra friendly these days, but that's kind of funny. And then when we went to get the balls, they had one, for him saved behind him.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They definitely knew him.
He's an avid bowler.
Shoe size, yeah, totally. And I was like, wow, he must be kind of a serious bowler. And, when we were there, people kept coming over and, making conversations, and he knew everyone. But it got worse when we went to the bar next door. 'Cause we walked in the bar, and, everybody knew him. I mean, everybody was like, Rick, oh my God. And they even have a drink that they named after him that they call a Rick and Coke instead of a
That's good.
I mean, yeah, it's fun. I don't want to, poo-poo on anything. I want to yuck anybody's yum, but it was a little bit of a red flag to me, to be honest, because, I like hanging out in the bar on occasion, but I'm not really, a bar fly. I don't want to spend, a lot of time there.
Oh.
And I came to me as kind of the flag that, if I was going to go forward this might be a thing that I have to do all the time, come to this one bar where everybody knows Rick, and it's not really my scene, so I just kind of noped out.
Interesting. Was it the fact that everybody at the bar knew him, or that he hangs out at the bowling alley, or the bar and the bowling alley? Which part of that bothers you the most? Just the fact that he spends so much time in that one place?
A little bit of both. I get the bowling alley thing, I know they want to make their customers feel really good and stuff. The bar thing was more of a red flag to me just because, I've been in relationships with people who spent a lot of time at bars in the past.
Right.
It's just not something I want to go down. I don't want to, go down that road again,
Okay.
I'm a pretty active person. I like to rollerblade and go to the park and, go by the lake and all that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
So did his behavior at the bar indicate that, it was going to be an issue? Or is he just a cool guy that whether you met him once or 100 times, everyone knows Rick? He's just a
like
cool
Norm.
Dude. Yeah.
I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I guess maybe I didn't give him enough time now that I think about it. Because, he was super sweet. And I don't know, you guys are actually kind of making me rethink this. Which is
I don't know, I'm just thinking there's a handful of places that we go to, not a ton, but regularly enough where occasionally you run into the same people, or maybe the bartender or the owner or the waiter. Hey guys, what's up? I wouldn't consider myself there all the time, but we chat it up. We're friendly. We talk to everybody.
Like Tim and Urban Stead.
Yes, or Cork and Cap. We
He
got our spots.
really likes cheese.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking cheese. And I mean, I guess now that I think about it, if I had picked up his call when he called me last week, I guess it would have been more of a red flag if he'd taken me to the same bar for a second date.
Yeah.
That was just kind of the feeling that I got, was oh, he's here every night or a few nights a week or something like that. But I don't know, maybe I should give him another shot. What do you guys think? You guys have talked to him, right?
Well, yeah, we have, and we got him on the line, which is why I want to talk to him some more now that you've had a chance to kind of express this. Rick, we've been talking about you like you're not in the room, and you've been very patient and quiet, listening in the background, letting her have her say. What's your reaction to what Summer had to say about you and your relationship with this establishment?
Well, I'm not a drunk.
Okay.
That's the elephant in the room. I don't know. I thought a local place would be somewhere comfortable. I know a couple people there. thought it'd be a nice atmosphere, trusted environment, but I guess that was not a good idea.
I don't think it was necessarily a bad idea, and I really liked that you know, had friends there and people knew you and stuff. I think, you know, I don't want to talk too much about my previous dating experience on the radio, but I think it might have just tipped some red flags for me specifically from some things that have happened in the past, and I guess I just didn't really realize it till I thought about it more, actually.
Well, this is why we do Second Date Update, to kind of dive into those things and see, you know, if it is as big a deal as it might have come across in the moment. I don't know how you're feeling, Rick, if you're still open to going on a second date with Summer, now that Summer's kind of rethinking it, or Summer, if you would even consider a second date with Rick, but you both sound like very nice people. If you agree to go out again, wherever you go, we'd be happy to pay for it.
I'd be down, Rick. I'm really sorry that I didn't return your call, and I think it'd be really fun if we could go and do something outside this time. What do you think?
You know, I had a great time, but you know, those are my friends. So I don't want to be kept from going to the bar or hanging out. You know what I mean?
Right. Does that mean you would be open to doing other things besides that particular bar and bowling alley?
Sure. Yeah. Look. I'm definitely interested. You know, I mean, I called the station in the first place.
Yeah. For sure.
But you know, these are people that are important in my life, places I like to go to, and if we, you know, I don't know if we want to start something serious, but like, you know, I don't want to change my life for you.
Wow. Well, I don't want anybody changing their life for me for a second date. I mean, it's just really kind of up to you, I guess, you know?
I think you should do it.
Yeah, I mean, like, take a day off of the bar. Come hang out with me.
Summer talked through it. Now she's cool. Like, it's just, we just had to get there, you know?
All right. If you're down for it, I'm absolutely. You pick. We'll go wherever you want.
There you go.
Oh, yay.
Well, how about this? Rick, we'll set it up with her. She'll call you and surprise you with a plan. How does that sound?
That sounds like a plan.
Cool. Then we'll say goodbye to Rick. Summer, I'll put you on hold. We'll get everything set up. And appreciate you both, Rick, for putting yourself out there, and Summer for agreeing to talk to us and coming on Second Date Update.
Sure. This is kind of fun, actually.
Appreciate it.
I feel a lot better.
Awesome. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's what we want. Best of luck to you both. And Summer, you hang on.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CBG Airport. Start your trip at CBGAirport.com.